So you did all this, but then right now, like
I don't do shit for it.
yeah.
So you did get a 4-year degree, right?
Yeah.
I got the full degree. I got the paper. I gave it to my mom. I was like, "Here you go. Leave me alone."
So you have a bachelor's in law? Is that what that just looks
It's
like?
they call it a Juris Doctorate.
And you're teaching now, right?
Substitute teaching. Yeah.
Okay. How, like, do you plan on using?
No.
No. Does that like hurt?
No.
Inside?
No, because like I said, like when my parents being immigrants and like wanting us to get school was like I was doing it with the mindset like this is my job.
Oh, you have to do this.
This is not a choice. I have to go to grad school. I have to go to college. I have to do these things for my family. But then once I got there and I was like, you know what? This is too much work for fucking other people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish.
It's not what you want to do anyways. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna finish because I already started. But when I finally asked myself, what do I want? The only thing that's kept me sane throughout everything has always been comedy.
No way.
Yeah. So like I used to watch. I remember I was watching like George Lopez back in high school with the Why You Crying. That special was kind of like
that's with that big chair, right? He's sitting.
Yeah. Where he's like, I know, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Is that one of the first specials you watched growing up?
Yeah. So
actually, I was gonna ask you, like, did you watch comedy in Mexico, and what did you watch in Mexico?
Oh, that I was gonna say. So like, I grew up watching comedy my whole life. In Mexico, there's like a lot more physical humor and like sketch comedy.
Like
Chespirito, you got Eugenio Derbez, you got La Hora Pico. Just so many comedy shows in Spanish growing up in Mexico.
La Hora Pico.
You ever watch that shit?
Yeah.
La Escuelita.
Do you know why it was called Chespirito?
Isn't that his name? His nickname?
It's you heard of Chespirito? Oh. Well, he used to do.
Explain for the people who haven't seen it.
Well, it's a sketch show, and they had a lot of famous characters. And one of them was like a homeless kid, but the whole show was called Chespirito.
Yes,
and so he was really good at Shakespeare, and his acting is cool. So, but Mexicans, they call him Shakespearito, and it just turned into Chespirito.
Play on words.
Yeah, play on words. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, Mexico is full of comedy and comedy arts and everything.
Hella.
But just not traditional stand-up the way there is here in the U.S. There's always been stand-ups, but like the stand-ups over there are like character stand-ups.
Character stand-up. They do skits, songs, props.
Yeah.
Right. So. Right, not stand-up comedy, but comedy.
Did you watch Cantinflas movie?
Of course, Cantinflas is one of like he was even big here in the U.S. I think worldwide.
He was friends with Sinatra and
Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, Charlie Chaplin said Cantinflas was better than him. I think
he said he was. He said
bigger than him or something.
He said he was the funniest man alive.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just dope as fuck.
Yeah, man. I grew up watching all that stuff, and then when I got here to the U.S. and I started getting into like American comedy. Comedy Central a lot. I watched a lot of cartoons, Family Guy, Futurama, all that shit. It was always fun. Simpsons, of course. Early Simpsons.
I had the
there
same,
we go. Hell yeah.
I had the same like. I grew up watching. I don't know if you remember Tintan.
Yeah.
Tintan and Cantinflas. My dad, those were his favorite, and I remember watching that. And La Risa en Vacaciones. It was like Jackass before Jackass.
Yep.
They do pranks.
Prank videos. At the beach. There was a dog. They had a dog who would like go around taking sips from people's drinks. You remember that shit?
It was like 4 movies, right? Like,
dude, they did like 7 or 8 of them.
I don't know about all of them. There was one where they like put a tiger in someone's like. It was just crazy shit. Like
that
Jackass.
Sounds like Jackass.
It was like Jackass before Jackass.
They would bury somebody in the sand and then put like a cutout cooler on top of them, and then people would open it. And they'd be like,
Bro, sounds like classic candid camera pranks.
Yeah, it was like back in the 90s. Yeah,
it was like 70s.
Well, the original ones.
Well, when we watched them. And then I remember watching like La Hora Pico, Derbez. Derbez used to do like parodies of American shit. Mm-hmm. Like he did the Marilyn Manson. Remember that? He do Marilyn Manson like
he would like play on words because it sounds like menso, which is like idiot. So Marilyn idiot, and then he would have like his take on that character.
Derbez is hella good, bro. Like he's hella underrated.
He's one of the best. He was doing comedy, I think, like since his early 20s, and he's like in his 60s now almost.
Yeah, and he did Donkey and Shrek, and when they did the Spanish,
dub,
Have you heard about the Spanish version of Shrek, the Mexican one?
I've heard about it.
It's like a whole different movie, kind of.
Yeah,
it's a lot more adult.
Way more, and some people say like it's it's a separate movie almost.
Yeah.
Have you watched it in Spanish?
It's been a while, but yeah, I saw it. Well, I went. So I didn't just stay out there when I was a little kid. I went back and forth a lot. I did second grade out in Mexico, and I did seventh grade out in Mexico, and I would be out there every summer and every winter break. So it was like, for me, for the longest time, I thought I lived in Mexico and just came over here for school for a little bit. Yeah, man, it was fun, man.
So who's the first comedian you saw live in person?
In person?
Yeah.
It was actually George Lopez.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I came over. I forgot what theater it is, but I came over to San Francisco. We literally, that's how broke we were. We had the last seat on the last row of the theater. Like, we were in the way back. I was like, I can see him. This is awesome.
But you was there.
I was there.
That's all that matters.
Can you believe the Voice Party has had merch this whole time and we neglected to tell anybody? T-shirts, hoodies, bath mats, wall clocks, throw pillows, even mini skirts. We will throw our logo on absolutely anything. Click the link in the description below and pick you up some Voice Party merch today.